Hey everyone, this amazing ESO Network show is brought to you by our fine sponsor, Amazon.com. Please remember to shop Amazon for all your geeky needs, no matter what time of the year it is. All you need to do is go to esopodcast.com/ESO Amazon, or click on the Amazon banner on the ESO Network webpage to go to our e-store. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. Okay, that's enough of me babbling for now. Now on with your regular scheduled show.
Are you ready to rock?
This is where the world of pop culture and talk collide.
Hey, how you doing, kid?
This is the Adam and JP Show.
This Adam and JP Show brought to you by Outer Limits Comics. The comic shop is located in Franklin, Tennessee. Now you might be saying, well, I don't live in Franklin, Tennessee. Well, maybe you'll visit. And if you visit, go by Outer Limits Comics in Franklin.
Please
just
do.
Look them up online. Google Outer Limits Comics or check them out on all these social media outlets. Outer Limits TN.
And worst case scenario, just support your local comic shop. Do that at least.
Yes. Yeah. If you can't make it to Outer Limits, our comic shop, well, not ours, but our favorite comic shop, then in spirit, visit your local comic shop.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Adam, you just watched the new trailer for Rogue One.
I mean, just 30 seconds ago, finished that.
So what do you think?
I don't know. Gotta let it soak in a little bit.
See, I was sold beforehand.
Yeah.
You don't seem as sold as I do on this movie.
I mean, I've got three problems. 3 problems here.
I know what one of them is. What's number one?
I'll start at no order of importance, but I'll start with the. It's hard to explain, but for me, this is in a galaxy far, far away. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. So having Asian actors play Asian characters with Asian themes to them, where there is no Asia, kind of bothers me.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
but that's not the first time that's happened.
I
in Star
agree.
Wars.
I know. Well, kind of. But you never really see that. I've never seen. I don't know. I've never. It's never been that stand outish to me.
There have been Asian influences in Star Wars.
I mean, the guy has an Asian accent, right? Like he's. I don't know. But there's no Asia.
No, that's true.
So it's odd. That's a problem. Stuff like that's a problem. You know, I have a few problems, more than 3.
Okay, what's number 2?
Forrest,
in no particular order.
Forrest Whitaker's a problem.
You got 99 problems, and Forrest Whitaker is one.
You saw me wince when he came on screen,
I know.
right?
I don't know why that bothers you so much.
It's Forrest Whitaker.
So?
I don't know. Number 3.
Why are you so anti-Forrest Whitaker?
Number 3 on my The Force Awakens. Number 3 on my problems here. It's a list of reasons I have problems with it. There's still the lack of force. We see a small glimpse of Darth Vader.
Yeah. Well, this is called Rogue One.
I'm aware.
This is about the rogues of the rebellion.
I'm aware. Possibly the most uninteresting aspect of the Star Wars universe,
but
right?
The most important in the original Star Wars because they stole the plans to the Death Star.
And that leads us to number 4.
Yes.
This is a prequel. So no matter what kind of trouble or fear we're in, like, oh no, maybe they won't steal the plans. We know they do.
Well, they steal the plans.
Right.
You don't know if they live or not.
Yeah, but at that point, I mean, the actual mission.
And you remember many rogue rebellion people died trying to get us these plans.
Yeah.
So.
But the actual end result, I don't know. It's a prequel. This is a very important chapter in the Star Wars history. The first time it's not an actual numbered episode. It's pretty important. Last time we had any prequels at all, they were all horrendous. Don't forget that.
Right.
Don't forget this.
But you do have Darth Vader, and you got a little more Darth.
I'm excited.
This,
I'll be there at midnight with my bells on.
With your jingle bells.
Yeah. I'm
just
excited
in time for
it.
Christmas.
I'm excited. But whereas The Force Awakens, I was like, yeah. Here I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
All right, here we go. It's going to be good, right?
You were Dean Cain? Not Dean Cain. Howard Dean. Yaha! That's what he used to say when he would, instead of up and away, when Dean Cain was Superman, that's what he would say. Yaha! Dun, da, 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 yaha!
Dean Cain.
That's why I hated Lois and Clark. It was ridiculous.
Yeah. But that's my, there's no beef. I mean, you could give me a whatever with Star Wars on the title. I would
Well,
love
it sounds like you have a lot of beef.
No beef, no.
Yeah.
Like I'll sit
At
down.
least some pork loin.
No, and here's the deal. When
Do you have some pork loin with it?
When I bash the prequels, I will sit down right now and watch episode 1, 2, and 3 with anyone.
Well, there's your first mistake.
So having like the worst of the best is still pretty damn good. Like I say, Rocky V is not my favorite, but I'll watch Rocky V right now. It's a Rocky movie.
Yeah.
Sure, it is the weakest by far, Mike Dudley. But I mean, it's a good.
Rocky V is the weakest.
It's a good installment.
I don't even think that's an opinion.
Oh, it's a good movie.
It's fact, right?
He says it's number 1.
No, he says 4 is number 1.
Oh, and then 5 is number 2.
I don't know. Was 5 number 2?
He loves 5.
I don't think 5 was number 2. Was it?
I think so.
I don't know.
Speaking of him, we have a great show on Collection Connection.
That's
coming
right.
Soon.
Our takeover. Well, if you like the, if you listen, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
listen to Collection Connection, a couple of months ago, Mike Dudley was on there. They talked about Transformers for 2 episodes. Currently on Collection Connection, this week, the second episode in the G.I. Joe saga
Right.
Dropped. And then next week, Josh is getting married this week.
Right.
Josh, host of Collection Connection, very dear friend. You've heard him on this show numerous times. Marrying Brooklyn, my sister-in-law.
A little behind the scenes
This is
there.
very weird. It's very weird. For
And she's
me.
been a part of the show since the beginning.
From the
really.
get-go.
Yeah.
So
You hear her every week on the opening. Well, you used to. I guess you still do?
yeah,
she's
there in the opening.
She's still there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're getting married. Congratulations to them.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, while they're on the honeymoon, you and I and Mike Dudley are hosting Collection Connection.
The question is,
Yeah.
we're going to get deep here. Without the Adam and JP show, would this marriage have happened?
No, absolutely not.
So we're bringing the world together.
Absolutely not.
We're bringing the world together.
If you actually, in you, not just Adam, but if you sit down and think about it, I'm at the center of your universe.
Wow, that's mighty uppity of you.
Oh, well, I mean, you listen to the show, right? It's very important to you, right?
Yeah.
Not anymore. So congratulations to Brooklyn and Josh.
Mm-hmm.
And more importantly, listen to our episode of Collection Connection next
Right.
week.
Yeah.
It's
the
a
takeover.
mega episode. It's almost 2 hours long.
Imagine like 90s NWO, but no spray paint beard.
I wish we'd thought about that.
We're taking it over.
We do take over. Do, 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 do.
It's kind of a failed attempt, like whenever NWO tried to take over the WWE in the early 2000s. So it's more like that.
Oh, no,
Because we didn't stick.
no.
Much like NWO didn't stick, NWO in the 90s stuck with WCW for half a decade at least. They were primetime players. We're there for a week.
For a couple of years.
We're there for a week.
Everybody had an interest for a couple of years.
We had the invasion that didn't last too long, only because Triple H wasn't there.
I think we're closer to the ECW invasion of WWE.
Oh, yeah. I am the zombie. Makes sense.
And I'm Sandman.
Oh, you mean like the original invasion?
Oh, not the 90s invasion.
Okay.
I'm talking about the one that spawned the actual ECW show.
Yeah.
Briefly.
I feel bad for listeners that aren't wrestling fans, but hopefully this makes you intrigued to watch some wrestling.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about the internet.
Yeah.
If you don't know what we're talking about, just Google ECW invasion of WWE.
Or
You'll be
ECW
carving it
Zombie.
up.
That's funny.
There you go.
That was the first match of ECW's main show. Do you remember
But
that?
if you're gonna, yes, I know, because it had to have some sort of supernatural
Yeah, it was
science
on the
fiction
Sci-Fi
component to
channel,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
because it was on Sci-Fi. If you're gonna Google anything wrestling, though, start with Shockmaster.
Oh, yes.
Shockmaster.
Please do.
I got some housekeeping stuff to take care of.
What do you have?
Right here at the beginning. First of all, make sure you call us on our phone.
Yes. That number again.
615-538-5770. 615-538-5770.
Yeah.
Call us. Let us know what you like, don't like. Tell us a fun story. We just encourage you to use our voicemail. Secondly, we have a Halloween special coming out.
It's true. It's
Now,
official.
We've been talking about Halloween for a long time.
Right. Not just this year, but forever.
And by a long time, I mean 2011.
If you've ever wanted to be introduced to old Adam and JP show audio, now's your chance.
The Halloween special is your chance.
Yeah.
Now, there's some more current things on there. There's some, I think, as far as like show content, there's some stuff from 2015 that made it on there. A couple of Adam's Ghost or an Adam's Ghost and one other thing from 2015. And then actually you'll get a sneak peek of the Collection Connection.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that we
Okay.
host.
Nice.
Because we talk about horror movies.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit, that's on the Halloween special. This comes out on Friday. The Halloween special comes out on Monday. So, watch the feed.
On actual Halloween?
No.
Oh, before
Yeah,
that.
Before.
I thought you meant the Monday of Halloween. I got you.
Uh,
I got you.
17th, right? That would be October 17th.
Yes.
Halloween special comes out.
So a full 2 weeks before Halloween.
That way you can enjoy it leading up to Halloween.
Yeah, it makes you get in the mood.
Yeah. It's 2 hours long, or just over 2 hours.
So grab some candy corn, some of those nice orange and black peanut butter candies your parents always gave you. Those are terrible.
That are terrible.
Those are terrible.
Maybe a Slim Jim.
Least favorite Halloween candy. Hit me with it.
That.
That's the
You
one.
named it. Or Smarties.
Smarties.
Hate
those
Smarties.
Are those are good things to like.
I hate
suck.
Smarties.
It's good to suck on.
I hate Smarties.
Like a black and orange taffy. I'm gonna spit out.
Every day.
A Smartie I can take.
Smarties I don't like. That's about it.
Circus peanuts?
Ugh.
How about a popcorn ball?
No. Candied apple.
You don't like candy apple?
No.
Really?
Would you? I mean, who eats a candied apple from a stranger's house?
Well, depends how strange.
What if they have cats? That's all I'm saying.
But yes, the Halloween special.
Like
Monday.
caramel on apple.
Check it out. Oh, caramel's good.
They got cats.
Caramel and nuts.
Cat hair gets in the caramel.
Yeah.
You eat it.
I've never eaten an unwrapped or any kind of homemade good from a stranger. No, I've eaten a stranger's cookies before.
I bet you would.
I did for Halloween. It was worth it.
Trick or treat. Here's some cookies. Were they homemade?
Yeah.
They weren't Chips Ahoy?
They may have been soft batch, but it was presented as homemade.
I just made these. Yeah, so check out the Halloween special.
Do it.
Comes out Monday.
Yeah.
We have been keeping ourselves abreast of a crisis in America.
Mm-hmm. It's real.
It is real. I'm not talking about Donald Trump.
No, not just that.
I'm talking about another big goofy clown. Clown Watch 2016.
Yeah.
Every week, I think this is it. This will be the last time we talk about
No,
it.
man, it's going to go way past Halloween. At least until Halloween.
Big news this week. McDonald's to bench Ronald McDonald until the creepy clown thing blows over.
That's crazy.
According to the AV Club. There's been an unsettling rash of incidents in the media lately, centered on people dressing up in clown masks and lurking wherever they see fit. And while the creepy clown craze, that's hard to say, creepy clown craze, is probably as much a product of media mass hysteria as actual menace, so far it's led to arrests, school closures, and possibly even some deaths. Plus the bizarre sight of a member of the Insane Clown Posse coming out as a voice of reason on clown-based matters in America.
Really?
I've missed that.
Really?
This AV article goes on. The point is, after many years, the McDonald's Corporation, the fast food giant, has announced that it intends to be thoughtful in respect to Ronald McDonald's participation in community events. In other words, Ronald's getting benched until 20-year-olds in rubber masks stop lurking around daycares for kicks. McDonald's will not be they will not allow Ronald McDonald to go out and do community events.
It's a big deal. I mean, and at first I thought that was a joke and a parody of what is actually happening in the world, but the Clown Lives Matter movement is actually happening. It was a joke at first for people to say that, but now it's real.
And you found that it's happening locally, right?
Yeah.
So tell me then what you've discovered just on a local level about this whole thing.
A town neighboring our own right here. It's on Halloween night specifically. They're having a Clown Lives Matter meetup, and a weird wormhole in Facebook. You find someone post a weird thing about that on a community page. You go to their page and their friends and their friends. I had no idea. Locally where we are here, there's a huge clown following of people like normal clowns, happy clowns, of clowns that work at haunted attractions to clowns that just put makeup on in their basement. All kinds of clowns are attending this in our area.
They're channeling their inner clown.
In our area. These aren't big country people. I mean, they're in our area. They're not in the big
They're
picture.
our neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, exactly.
The guy across the street.
It's possible, yeah.
And so they're having a Clown Lives Matter rally.
And on Halloween night.
On Halloween night.
Yeah. That
seems like a bad idea.
I want to drive by that.
You want to do a drive-by.
Very far away, like a nice circle around it. How close would you come to that?
Clown Lives Matter rally?
We could.
Out of curiosity, I would probably drive around with you. I'd do a drive-by.
I imagine much like zombies, if you dress like one of their own, they won't hurt. Not that they're going to hurt you regardless, but they definitely will not if you're as one of them.
So you want to dress as a clown?
On Halloween night.
Go to the Clown Lives Matter rally.
Yeah. Just kind of see what it's about. I think that's the way we can get the inside scoop here.
On a personal note,
have you ever seen Witches?
Calling it Clown Lives Matter is a bit disrespectful
that's what I'm
to
saying.
the Black Lives Matter
Exactly.
movement.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Exactly.
Just for the record.
Exactly.
I don't know. I know it sounds good.
No, the same thing. I mean, I see where they're going with it. Much different scale, but same ideas happening. They're saying, I'm sure 85% of these are trying to do this for attention, but there are probably some actual clowns, like we say, the Shriners and things like that, with good intentions.
Ronald McDonald.
That are afraid to walk down the street or anywhere and not have, the clown's getting beaten up and shot right now. It's happening. I'm serious. It's happening. There's all kinds of stories about it. They're getting hurt from being in clown makeup.
So
the scale is different. But I see what they're trying to say about it.
think they're just playing into
Now, at the same time, with the Black Lives Matter, there's no choice with that. Whereas a clown, you have the option to wear a clown suit or not, and they know the danger going into that. Hence the problem.
But clowns aren't being attacked at, say, a circus.
Right.
The only clowns that are in trouble are the ones just walking up and down the streets dressed
Right.
as clowns.
And I'm the same for Black
So-
Lives Matter. They're not getting attacked in other, places. There's certain places they are safe.
You're actually trying to
no,
argue.
I'm not arguing for this.
This is just an important movement.
I'm not. It is not important. I don't want to offend any clowns or anybody. I'm trying to stay in the middle here, and you're dragging me to one side or the other.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to tell you what they're saying.
I'm saying they should not be dressed as clowns walking up and down the street
I'm
or
pre-
hanging outside of schools.
I'm presenting
or
this down the middle.
even carrying a plastic. I saw on NBC Nightly News the other night, there was a picture of a guy holding a plastic hatchet dressed
Yeah.
as a clown.
Yeah.
Just lurking around out in the woods.
Man, I'm still digging deeper. Like, I'm going to these people's friends. Like, these are local people, man.
That's creepy.
They're local people.
I would shoot that guy if he was standing outside my window.
Locals.
Yeah.
Locals.
How local?
In our state. Let's say that.
Okay. That's not our neighbors.
Could be. Oh, man. I don't... It's just terrifying. The stuff that's around. That one is nearby.
Seriously? Yeah. It's too bad. We can't grab some of these and put them on Twitter, can we?
I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, by the way, thanks to our buddy who sent us. You remember last week we asked someone to take our logo and make us clowns?
That actually happened.
That actually happened.
Well played, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
That was impressive.
I wish I had the Twitter handle right in front of me right now, but I
Yeah.
don't. I'm not very prepared.
Right.
But thank you for doing that.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So I don't know. Hopefully this clown thing. Will
Yeah,
be
it's
over.
just-
I'm honestly.
But there are tons of actual Facebook profiles of real, not like Harpo the Beepo, but like people with their names.
Yeah, that's a crazy bearded clown guy.
And every single picture they have on their Facebook is of them clowning around.
That's Clockwork Orange clown. That's not even a clown. Yeah, that's terrible.
These are real people.
This was fun for 2 months,
Yeah.
but personally, I'm ready to move on.
Now it's time to get over. I mean, is for the sake of the show or for the sake of humanity?
Both. How about that?
Yeah.
Both.
If I went incognito and for the Clown Lives Matter movement, just for the sake of art and press. Mm-hmm. What do you think if I went there? I'm serious about that. Just kind of
Go cover it for the show?
10 minutes in, 10 minutes out, I'm done.
What time is it? Do we know what time this thing starts?
I can find out for you.
We might go.
I can find out.
We might go to the Clown Lives Matter rally, which is just a ridiculous name.
We can at least circle it.
Hey, I owe you an apology.
Why is that?
We did a Tuesday show last week.
Oh. That
You know, we
apology.
do our Creepy Tuesday show.
Right, yeah.
But a problem happened
Yeah.
when I went to open the file.
It happens. It's technology.
It wouldn't open.
Yeah.
And that was a good show, too.
It was a good one.
What do you think? We missed Adam's Ghost last week.
We did. So, yeah, we may have to double up this week.
You did the state of Texas.
Right?
Texas.
Should I redo Texas?
I don't know. Well, you didn't think you'd done Texas before,
Yeah.
but in putting stuff together for our Halloween special,
Okay, good.
you had.
That's good. So I will not redo Texas.
Yeah.
Because honestly, that Texas round was kind of weak
It was a little bad.
compared to South Carolina.
I gave my review of Magnificent 7 and Sully.
Right?
I think what I missed most about that show going up was me and you going off for about 30 minutes about how Sully is basically a movie
Yeah.
where Forrest Gump is flying a plane with Two-Face,
Right?
Aaron Eckhart,
Uh-huh.
Tom Hanks, in a plane. They landed on the Hudson, and then they're judged by, what's his name from The Stand? Randall Flagg.
Randall Flagg, yeah.
Yeah. We talked about that for a long time.
We did.
A long time.
Did you want to give your quick review of it again, or do you have the longer version of it?
And Sully was good. Go see it. Magnificent 7 was great.
What you spoke of for 30 minutes prior.
I can't do it again.
That was good.
I don't have it in me.
You liked it quite a bit.
I liked both of them.
You're downplaying it because you liked it a lot.
If you I did like it a lot. Go see Sully. It's a great movie. Magnificent 7, a really fun movie. How about
Yeah.
that? How about that quick review?
There we go.
Yeah.
Bam.
Both good movies.
Have you seen any good other movies or shows this week at all?
I've seen a bunch.
Have you gotten in the horror, like the Halloween spirit yet and seen some good horror movies? Nothing?
Not yet.
Jeez.
I've been watching TV.
I know. You saw some Ash vs. Evil Dead. That counts.
Oh, that does count.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm caught up on Ash versus Evil Dead. Man, last week's episode, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say Ash finds himself in an orifice.
It's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. It is fantastic.
I've got to see that show.
Watch it.
It's out on Blu-ray now, right?
Some are saying it's the funniest, and it is pretty funny. I mean, it's grotesque. It's grotesque to the highest degree, but it's pretty funny. And some fans are saying it's the funniest Ash moment since Army of Darkness.
Really?
Which it might be.
Yeah, you describing it made me want to see it.
When I sat down to watch that episode, I had no idea that's what was going to happen. Like, no clue. Ash vs. Evil Dead's pretty good. Yeah, I've watched a ton of stuff this week, Adam. Yeah. Where do you want me to start?
Have you watched The Voice yet?
No.
Jeez, man.
No, because The Flash is back.
Oh, yeah, that show.
Yeah.
You still liking that?
Yeah. I think I was a little disappointed in the first episode because Flashpoint was all in one episode.
Right.
But then you get to the next week and you start seeing the fallout of time travel. It's pretty good. Arrow's good again.
Oh, yeah? It's back?
Yeah. I think the last 2 episodes of Arrow have been really strong, especially last week's episode. And I saw where WWE reference coming up. Cody Rhodes is going to be the villain on next week's episode.
Really?
Yeah.
He and Steve Amell always had that beef. Well, beef going on.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's going to be the villain on Arrow.
That's pretty funny.
Supergirl was good.
Nice.
With Superman. Finally on Supergirl.
Okay.
That was a great season
premiere.
premiere.
That was a big hype. So that was portrayed well? That Superman was?
So much better than any of the DC movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, Man of Steel or Batman v Superman.
Is he a mainstay or is it like a 1-2 week thing and he's done?
I think he's going to be in and out all season, but I think it's a 2-episode arc right now.
Okay.
Because she's like, I guess you'll be heading back to Metropolis. I think I'll stick around a while. But a really good Superman. I thought it was really good.
Really?
It's the Superman you wanted in those movies. How about that?
Joyous? Happy?
Yeah.
Not somber and sad?
No, and he even plays Clark Kent good. There's even one scene where he trips getting out of the elevator, and she's like, wow, you really play up that klutz thing really well. And he's like, actually, that was not on purpose. It's pretty funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So if you like Superman, watch Supergirl.
Okay.
It's the best Superman in years.
I need to check it out. I do.
I've been avoiding this, but I know.
Uh-oh. What's that?
You want to talk about the debates?
If you want to.
Did you watch it?
I did.
Give me your thoughts first. Just give me your thoughts briefly on this whole last week in American presidential politics.
I'm very sad because, as you know, I've never voted before in my life. I've never, and this year's no different, don't be alarmed. I've never once.
But you got registered.
I know. I've never once had a presidential nominee or a candidate where I'm totally behind them. And whatever they do, I support them, and I feel like that's where my vote belongs. And for some reason this year, it was so easy. I was at a music festival. They had a tent set up. They're like carnival carnies barking at me. Hey, you, come over here. And I came to them.
You registered at the Pilgrim Festival?
I did, yeah. Have you registered to vote yet? No. It's as simple as this. Fill out the sheet. I did. Within 90 seconds, I was on my way. So now I'm registered to vote, and I have no one to vote for. But the odd thing is, I think it may be the people I associate myself with, but I mean 99% of people I know in real life and or on Facebook or social media have the same feeling. Like, everyone thinks we're screwed.
We are. We're not.
I know, yeah.
We're not.
But I've never, in my 30-plus years of living, I've never seen this before in an election.
I mean,
every year there's someone kind of passionate about someone, and the sides are kind of split. This year, almost everyone I know says they both suck.
They do.
I agree, yeah. But I've just never seen that before.
But here's the thing. In the context of history, we've had very barely functional alcoholics be president of the United States.
That's true, yeah.
Ulysses S. Grant, even though he led the Union forces to victory in the Civil War, where he was the commanding officer, worst president ever.
Yeah.
He was a drunk. He was like in bed drunk most days of his presidency.
That's crazy.
So, it's always the context of history. When you're in the present, it always feels like, oh, this could be the end of it. It could all collapse here. It's not going to.
Right. But it's kind of an embarrassment. That's the icon. That's the representation of our country. It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. What did you think about that whole Trump thing?
Which part?
I mean, obviously,
the hidden or the release tape.
It would be so funny if you're like, well, I thought it was great.
It doesn't surprise me.
No, how can anyone be surprised by that?
It's sad that's what it took for people to see that.
Did it?
I mean,
we pretty much knew from the get-go.
Yeah, not for me, but the rest of the world. They were shocked by that. I'm like, are you serious? You thought behind when the cameras were off, he was some beautiful angel?
Yeah.
If the cameras are rolling, he speaks like that. What does he say when the cameras are off? Come
I
on
know.
now. Come on.
I mean,
And they say now
I was not surprised.
The Apprentice producers are saying there are even worse tapes out there that they're going to release.
But they won't release them.
Why is
right?
that? Yeah.
They're throwing around, but
Right.
basically they just don't want to upset.
They say it's much worse than that.
I'm
But
sure it is.
Yeah, of course.
I will say this about that whole Donald Trump thing.
I mean, it's Donald Trump. Who's surprised?
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of mind-boggling that people are like, I can't believe he's really like that. So you thought when he was holding up the Bible and was like, this is the best book ever, except Art of the Deal, that was true?
My favorite part is how the supporters and even himself, they're taking up for them. I mean, saying that was 11 years ago. He made many mistakes and he's corrected himself since then. He was almost 60 years old at the time.
Exactly.
He wasn't a 15-year-old boy making mistakes on the street.
He was a young man.
He was almost 60.
But my favorite part is he's like, let me get some Tic Tacs. And you gotta hear the
They actually hear it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke.
I need some Tic Tacs.
And Billy Bush is in trouble now?
Oh, which is good. I've never liked Billy Bush.
Yeah.
Once again, like anyone surprised that that's how that guy really is.
Right.
Which really, he just seems more of a kiss up than anything.
Yeah,
That's what I got from
looking
that.
back at the video, I can't remember if he actually said anything bad.
Yeah, I mean,
He was
didn't
there and
say-
kind of laughing and stuff, but I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
when you have to do that awkward laughter, if you're in a bus with Trump and he's making those comments, you'd have to.
But see, in radio, one of the first lessons you learn that every mic is a hot mic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of what's going on,
course.
you don't say anything.
Yeah.
Like, if I was
Even in
going to have...
podcasting, I know that.
Exactly. And no one can hear this
Right.
unless it goes through me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I'd have private conversations at the radio station. We'd go into a production room and unhook the microphones just in case.
Yeah.
That's in no way is that an excuse, but I'm just a man who'd been around entertainment that much. That really just shows how deep that is in him, though.
Oh, yeah.
That he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I'll talk. I don't care. I'm Donald Trump. But I will say that the one thing he said about, I guess he was talking about being a celebrity and what you can do as a celebrity. That is a culture. That is a thing.
Yeah.
That, and I've been around plenty of quote celebrities that were male that acted just like that.
Really?
Yeah. That talked like that and would try things like he tried. I'm not going to name any names. Very, very popular country music singer right now. Going in for an interview and just making conversation before the interview. He'd just recently been married and his wife got brought up and he instantly started talking about his wife's body and body parts and being very disrespectful to his wife.
Really?
Celebrity. I was doing a fundraiser once and we had a very popular football player from the Tennessee team show up. He saw a news reporter from one of the TV stations, started talking about her just like Donald Trump did, what he would like to do and how she looked, and then took his wedding band off and put it in his pocket and went up and talked to her.
Wow.
Yeah. Talk radio host. I worked with a talk radio host who daily quotes from the Bible and, speaks as if he's a preacher, would shut the mic off, walk out on the smoking deck, have a cigarette, and start catcalling and talking about the girls that would walk into the radio station, just like Donald Trump was doing. So there is some sort of culture there that I don't know. I'm sure it's in their DNA to begin with.
Right.
And by DNA, I don't mean it's hereditary. I just mean there's something within them to begin with that makes them objectify women that way and talk that way. But I think once they get a taste of celebrity, it just amplifies that inside them.
Makes sense.
Only males. I've never been around females that did that.
Right,
Female
yeah.
celebrities. I don't know what
Weird.
it is.
Yeah.
But is it over now, though?
Which part?
This
For
whole
him?
thing. Yeah. It's done, right?
I think so, but we said that for a year and a half now.
Yeah, that's true.
This is a joke. He can't go further than this. Oh, he's in his final 12, final 10? This is as far as it goes. Huh. Final 3, huh? He's got to be done soon. And here we are.
That's true.
And people are still trying to get this other, anybody else in there but him.
Gary Johnson.
It is impressive, though. I mean, it says how busted this system is, that even the people, which side he's on, the GOP side, don't even want him in there, but yet he is. That says a lot.
Yeah, I guess it just shows that the system works.
You think so?
Because no one in the GOP really wanted him there.
But are people actually voting for him?
They did vote for him. They got him there.
That's so crazy to me.
Look at the names that he beat to get to where he is.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe the people I associate myself with, but I don't know one person who voted for. Maybe I do.
Like, it should be like a Marco Rubio or Jeb Bush versus Hillary Clinton. Like, that's how it should have played out.
Right.
Maybe Ted Cruz versus Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. How about a Kasich? Entertain me for a minute.
I don't think Kasich ever.
He's a nice guy.
He seems like a nice guy. But it's Donald Trump.
I miss that guy.
Kasich.
If he had a chance, I would be all about it. That'd be my first vote as a person.
You can still vote for John Kasich.
Yeah.
Write him in.
I'm going to write myself in, I think. What about that? 30 years of nothing. My first vote ever is for me.
If you write yourself in, when I'm watching the returns at night, and they go county by county and they do the vote count, will it be Adam Hewitt one vote?
It's possible, yeah. That'd be awesome.
Make it 2, my friend.
Yeah. Do it. I really think I am, seriously.
You're going to write in yourself?
Yeah. I mean,
now you have to ask for a special ballot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You'll have to ask for a write-in ballot.
Oh.
Yeah, because the machine's automated, and your name's not on there.
Man, didn't know that. So
you should have worked harder.
2020.
But it's really easy. All you got to do is say, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot this year.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah. So just ask for a write-in ballot, and you can vote for yourself.
Those are always throwaways, though, right? I mean, they should know that.
I will say this. I would feel more comfortable with you as president than Donald Trump.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We have about the same amount of experience.
I can safely say that.
As far as politics. No, I think I'm a nicer guy. Just don't release the behind-the-scenes tapes.
More or less. Oh, I do have those.
That's true.
Oh, I wish you had ran.
But honestly, to take up for himself, saying that he's matured since then, he's changed. That was a long time ago.
Since he was 59.
He's 59 years old. These are not. It's crazy to me.
Almost 20 years older than I am right now.
Yeah.
And I don't consider myself a young man.
Right. Yeah.
Young-ish.
Yeah.
But not young.
But 20 years from now, saying that kind of stuff still, and having the idea that you've matured since then, and you're a different person.
Yeah. Hey, you're almost old enough to be president.
Oh, is there a minimum age?
Yeah.
Really?
Was it 35?
Really? Okay.
36. Wow. 35 or 36, I think.
They're always so old. Why is that?
Well, do you really want a 20-year-old that's president?
I mean, a 36-year-old would be nice instead of a 70-year-old pneumonia person.
Well, that was what was so appealing about Barack Obama. He was younger.
Yeah.
That's what was appealing about Bill Clinton.
Yeah, I guess Clinton was what, 42, 43?
I think a little older than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not someone in their 30s? It's possible. We can do it.
It's possible.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Why not?
Because you can't do it. But at that age, you don't have the establishment behind you enough to do it, to make it happen.
But Trump did. That's the problem.
Why are Adam and JP talking about politics so much?
I'm sorry.
But, yeah, I'm voting for you.
There we go.
I can probably get my wife to vote for you, too.
3. This is how it starts, you know. It's a revolution.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's not bad.
How much percentage would it take for you to show up, like, in the returns?
Percentage?
Yeah.
I'd say at least 5.
How many votes do you think it would to get, say, 0.65%?
Ooh. I'm looking at the population of Tennessee as we speak.
It would take a lot.
You think so?
Yeah. To even get a percentage with your name next to it.
6.5 million people in Tennessee.
And 1 million of them are in Nashville, right?
Yeah, around that.
Isn't that about the population of Nashville? About
we're talking many thousands to get on there.
Yeah. Well,
maybe 2020.
Yeah, maybe when they publish it in the paper.
Yeah, that's it.
Your name will be in it.
We still buy some billboard space, right? It's time.
Yeah, we could. Vote Adam. What's your platform?
Ooh, I don't know. What should I go for?
You could probably get the clown vote.
I was going to say clown lives matter. Exactly.
Just saying.
Get the clown vote.
You might be able to get the clown vote.
Yeah.
It's a minority that is rarely tapped into in politics.
True. Does it scare you, kind of going back about 10 minutes ago, does it scare you, honestly, there are legitimate clowns that close to us?
Does it scare me?
Yeah.
Like in what? Like am I going to lay awake tonight trying to go to sleep, and I'm thinking of
in a weird future we may have to accept clowns for who they are. You could have a mailman in his clown truck delivering your mail. I'm serious.
I will not. No, I cannot accept that.
Once again, I'm not downplaying this, but if they feel comfortable in that skin, What's the difference in a different person wearing a different sex clothes?
You are trying to build this up as some sort of social movement.
I want everyone to be comfortable
dude,
in their own skin, regardless of how ridiculous it is. If that makes them feel comfortable, so be it.
I'm only comfortable dressed as Freddy Krueger.
You do that.
So I should be allowed to go to Kroger dressed as Freddy, which you could. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah. You get funny looks.
You could try to go to your job dressed as a clown.
That's true. Yeah.
But you're probably not within...
I'm in the mindset that everyone should feel comfortable in the way they feel comfortable. And if it's a clown delivering mail,
so be it.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Boppo. That's all I'm saying.
We're going to do a brief Gamers Corner.
Yeah, very brief. I mean, we have a lot of Adam's Ghost to catch up on because of the Lost episode. It makes it sound creepy, doesn't it?
Oh, it does make it sound creepy.
Little macho man there for you. But we're going to do a quick Gamers Corner because we have some big new releases this week.
Okay, we'll do that.
Some big ones.
Hey guys, it's Nick, and, well, time to talk movies. No, not that. How about something else? Much better. So, we had this idea for a small spin-off, a second podcast, if you will, where we would watch an entire movie series so we can compare them one to one.
My name is Bond.
Bond.
Bond. Bond. Bond.
Bond.
James Bond.
So every time Q goes,
I missed you. What a pity.
Yes, the legendary 007 wit. Or at least half of it.
I'm your new quartermaster.
we will watch it and compare them. From the highs...
Do you expect me to talk? No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
to the lows.
I thought Christmas only comes once a year.
Tune in every other week as we compare every Bond girl, every plot, and every henchman on Mission Briefings, starting January 2016. Find Mission Briefing on iTunes or as part of the Myopia Defend Your Childhood feed.
Grab your joystick.
This game is an atrocity.
It's time for Gamers Corner.
I think it'll make a person become insane.
Gamers Corner brought to you by Grand Ole Game Room Expo. It's happening. It's about a month away, right?
It is. It's time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go to grandoleexpo.com. You've only got a few days left to get the con rate for your room.
Fancy rooms.
At the Cool Springs Marriott.
Speaking of clowns, I know we kind of talked about it last week. Maybe 2 weeks ago.
Well, didn't clowns?
Yeah.
We talked about it since September.
No, this story specifically.
Oh.
The classic Juggalo party we had at that hotel room.
Oh, yeah. What's that hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Juggalo party.
Yes, it was. We didn't know it was when we went in, though. In all fairness, we didn't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the carnival of something. Fear, hate, madness, I don't know.
And then once we were in there.
Wait a minute. It's like in Chasing Amy. Remember that scene?
Oh,
They're in the bar. They're just having a good time. They're like, wait looking around. Kevin Smith when he was good. Remember those days? Before the Bratzies and before the Walrus?
Yeah, well, he's still a good podcaster.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Yeah. And you don't know, you might love, what's the latest movie?
Oh.
Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers.
You haven't seen it? You might love it.
Why did I almost say Moose Knuckles? What am I thinking about?
I don't know.
Is there something called Moose Knuckle?
Moose Jaws
Moose
is going to be his
Jaws.
third movie. Moose Knuckle is a different movie.
Right, it is, yeah.
About a giant moose knuckle chasing you around.
Which may be his next movie.
Much like the Ash versus Evil Dead episode from last week.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, look, there's Adam.
Hey, I'm going to break your little bubble here. Burst it, I guess, is the better term. Oh, wow, that was a pop bubble. But there is no gaming news this week because we're having a small, short version of Gamers Corner. But we have some new releases we have to talk about. And nothing even, I don't think you deserve a can pop because of the stuff we're talking about are very good releases.
Can I go get it just in case?
I don't think you need it.
Okay.
You can, drink your tea there. Such as, I believe, releases. I guess we're having a step forward for all consoles. WWE 2K17.
This looks great.
Doesn't it? And I hear it's pretty good.
I love the commercial for it.
Yeah, they're great. Great commercials. The roster is full. The gameplay is good. We'll see what happens. You and I, in the past decade and a half, have been fans of wrestling video games, some more so than others. Hopefully this is a rise to the top once again.
So you can play this, be CM Punk, and you actually win a match.
That's true. Weird, huh?
Win a bout.
It's too soon.
What?
Also, a big release. I know you're on the different side of the fence now. What's that?
On 2K17.
Yeah.
Wow, this has been a wrestling-heavy episode. I'm so sorry.
That in politics, man. What's up with that? Clowns, wrestling, politics. I promise the show's deeper than that.
What have we become? We used to talk about Batman.
Yeah. That's what our ads say. You like Batman? Comics?
You like Trump?
You like Trump?
You like Trump?
Bozo?
Walls?
Hillbilly Jim?
That should be our new commercial.
Trump, Bozo, and Hillbilly Jim.
How many people would listen to that?
About 3. Trump, Bozo, and Hillbilly Jim.
On 2K17, the what?
I joked my own self.
What'd you say?
Yes, who would listen? I said about 3 people: Trump, Bozo, and Hillbilly Jim.
In that order.
Yeah.
2K17, they really play up the Goldberg versus
Right.
Brock Lesnar.
Uh-huh.
Now, in reality,
Right.
they're building up Goldberg versus
Yep.
Brock Lesnar.
Much
By the way, thanks for responding to that text when I sent you that the other night.
Hey, sometimes I see stuff. I'm like, in 5 minutes, I'm going to respond.
There have been 4 text messages I sent you this week you never responded to.
It's not the case at all. Sometimes I'm doing things. I mean, you know.
The Golden Girls t-shirt, that should have been an instant response for you.
That was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What did it say?
What did this? Oh,
Dorothy in the Streets?
Streets and a Blanche in the Sheets. That's what it was. It's pretty good.
So
yes, WWE 2K17, all consoles, buy it, play it now. Looks pretty fun. Like I said before, you are on a different side of the fence now, but back in the day, you were a fan of this series.
I still am.
Of the Gears of War series. And number 4 is finally out. It's exciting. I know nothing about it. I believe you play as Marcus Phoenix's, a.k.a. the main character of the first 3, his son, I believe.
Well, you can't be him.
Right. Don't say why.
Spoiler.
Don't say things. You are his son, and fighting the good fight in Gears of War 4.
I thought they beat the Horde in the last one.
Well, the last one was Gears of War Judgment, which was kind of like 3.5.
Right.
But I don't think Phoenix was in that one either. I think you were Remember Baird?
Yeah.
Blondie, and
Yeah.
maybe Coltrane was in there as well.
Yep.
Marcus Coltrane. So yeah, check out Gears of War 4. It's gotten good reviews so far. People love it. I love to see a good franchise on both consoles, PS4 and Xbox One. I like to see those exclusives do well, much like a Gears of War 4 or, say, an Uncharted game on PS4. I like to see the exclusives do well in their own right.
All right.
I enjoy that. It's a big, big week, you know. Not because of those 2 games, but also it's a special anniversary we have here. It's the 20th anniversary, and they re-released the game because of that, of Duke Nukem 3D.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I felt like that's older than 20 years ago, but it seems like it's just 20 years.
No way.
What do you think? It's young? Or you think it's less or more?
I thought it was older.
Me too, but it's the 20th anniversary, so I guess 1996?
Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah.
Not Duke Nukem.
Right.
That was early 90s.
Right. So I guess, a few years after is 3D. Yeah. That's the good one, though, right?
I hate those aliens.
Yeah. But many Duke Nukems after that, but the one that people play and know, I believe, is Duke Nukem 3D.
2 Dukes in the morning?
2 Dukes Before Dawn.
Oh, sorry.
Close.
That was your country album.
That was my country album, 2 Dukes Before Dawn. And that, like I said...
That was a callback to 2014.
That was. I just wiped my hands clean of Gamer's Corner. That was all we have.
Gaming! Adam's Ghost.
That is correct. You know, what's one of the hardest states as a child you learned to spell?
Mississippi.
You'd be correct. Crooked letter, crooked letter.
1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
This week in Adam's Ghosts, we should head to the old Mississippi.
Oh, Tunica, baby. Let's gamble it up. Or we can go to Biloxi. There's casinos there, too.
That's true. I believe the Deep South, it seems, from our experience...
I do believe
the Deep South seems to have the best paranormal stories, at least. Maybe not the best activity, not the best things to see and hear, but as far as the stories we tell and as far as entertainment value, I feel like the Deep South has the better stories.
You feel it.
I feel.
What do you think would be the most boring state?
I don't know. I feel like...
Montana.
Maybe Montana.
No, because then you start getting into all the Native American stuff.
Right, yeah. It was the lost episode, literally.
Uh-huh.
But Texas last week wasn't so strong.
No. In hindsight, maybe it's a good idea that we didn't do that Tuesday.
I feel like there were so many stories to choose from, it's tough to have a good one.
Yeah.
Things like Booger Jim don't come around too often.
You want to head on back down?
Oh, no.
Talk a little bit more about Booger Jim.
So let's go to...
Was Booger Jim South Carolina?
Yeah, South Carolina.
On down to South Carolina.
Let's go to the old Mississippi, shall we?
Let's head on down to the deep, deep South.
How about in Crystal Springs, Mississippi, at the OK Batte Cleaners?
What? Spell it.
Batte. OK Batte? Cleaners. Let's say the Cleaners in Crystal Springs,
Bait?
Mississippi.
No,
Bates one team.
no, that would be
Bate.
Is it French?
Oui, oui. In the bathroom around 10:45, you can sometimes hear the door open and close. In the back room, there have been times where you can hear footsteps and the lights go on and off, and there have been times reported when the microwave has gone off and on by itself. When they lock up, there have been odd times when the owner has come back to get something and the door has been unlocked. The employees have seen misty figures floating around, then disappearing when someone comes in or they hear a loud noise.
Misty Figure, my favorite character from Luke Cage.
And that is in Crystal Springs, Mississippi. I'm almost done with that series, by the way.
Oh, well done.
2 more episodes. By next week, we can spoil the mess out of it. Sound good?
That makes Booger Jam happy.
How about in Hernando, Mississippi?
I have been through Hernando, Mississippi.
Have you really?
Yeah, it's very close.
At the Hernando Middle School. Is that close to Tunica?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Anytime when it's dark and the gym is empty, you can hear someone walking on the ceiling.
What a feeling.
Like Lionel Richie.
Dancing on the ceiling. We did the same joke at the same time.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
That's great.
The music teacher has actually heard the ghost playing his piano. What? This is the same story. The music teacher has actually heard the ghost playing his piano, but when he went to check, nothing was there. There are a few incidents that students at after-school programs have actually seen the image of a young girl. These happenings still go on to this day, the Hernando Middle School, Mississippi.
You know what I think that calls for?
What's that?
A little Lionel Richie.
How was that?
I never thought Lionel Richie would make an appearance in Adam's Ghost.
It happens. In Gulfport, Mississippi.
Oh, that's at the bottom.
At the Grand Gulf, they call it.
Bottom of Mississippi.
Apparently there's a Civil War park somehow in Gulfport, Mississippi.
Well?
That has a man that's head was blown off.
Clean off.
People claim that if you go out there at night, you can sometimes see his ghost walking around looking for his missing head.
Yeah.
In Gulfport, Mississippi.
Anybody see my head? Is that you, Booger Jim?
Booger Jim, what are you doing down here?
There's your Lady in the Lake callback for 2016.
Thank you for that. In Jackson, Mississippi, at the old Capitol.
Well, it is the Capitol.
This building was used as, I think the actual building was used as the old state capitol from 1839 to 1903. It is now a museum open to the public. At one time during the 1800s, a legislator died from a heart attack in his office and slumped from his desk, hitting the floor violently, so the story says. So the report says. Now, to this day, sometimes around 5:15 in the afternoon, it's so precise, there are times in Mississippi. A thud is heard coming from that same office where the legislator died. Security officers have also reported hearing doors slamming and hammering in the night at the Jackson Old Capitol, Mississippi. The same thud.
What a feeling. We're dancing on the ceiling.
Okay, here we go. I see one with an update. This isn't oh wow, this is a fun word to say. Koskiusko. I'm going to say Kosciuszko.
Oh, that is too many vowels
I'm gonna say
together.
Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
Or consonants, I guess.
At the city cemetery, a statue seems to weep. Several have also testified that a fresh rose could be found on her anniversary date in her cupped hand on the statue. Now, here's the March 2008 update. An 82-year-old visitor to this site reports the lady's name is Mrs. Kelly. At the time of Mrs. Kelly's death, her husband had his statue made in France. I guess this statue is what I should have said. The statue is said to look just like Mrs. Kelly. So this is the statue of Mrs. Kelly that weeps in Kosciuszko, Mississippi.
What a feeling. We're dancing on the ceiling.
Oh, this sounds good.
Okay.
In Laurel, Mississippi.
Huh? Been to Laurel?
Like Laurel and Hardy. The Laurel Machine and Finery Road, specifically.
Oh, this sounds like it has promise.
When you go down this road at nighttime, you'll see people run out in front of your car, and if you look back, they're just standing there. Ooh,
what?
That's creepy, though.
What happened? Man, one more time.
When you go down this road at night, you'll see people run in front of your car.
Okay.
If you look back, they're just standing there looking at you.
That's not ghosts. Those are clowns.
No one will go down that road on a full moon night because the production plant on the road will not even work at night when it is a full moon.
What? You know, that happened to me one night in your neck of the woods.
What's that?
Well, not now, but back in the day.
My old hometown? Yeah.
Back in Fairview.
Why is that?
I was on Highway 100. This is very local. Sorry,
Yeah.
but this is the only way I can tell the story.
Okay.
But just think, Highway 100,
Yeah.
very darkened rural highway. I'm driving on the way to hang out with you and the guys.
Okay.
And I'm just driving along, and somebody runs out. Like, I look to the left, and somebody has run and is running towards my car.
That was terrifying,
It
though, right?
terrified me.
Exactly.
And I didn't stop. It was like the old couple in Back to the Future.
Wow.
When Marty tries to get him to stop.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, don't die. So I just kept going. I think he was pranking me. I think it was a prank.
You see, you're a skeptic. I
think it was kids
You
having
think
fun.
you're a skeptic. Could have been an evil spirit.
Oh, it was no evil spirit.
Trying to get her jacket back from the day she died and drowned in the car.
Is there the ghost of the Soggy Bottom Boys?
Not yet. I'm
from
trying to find that. Here we go.
That's a mighty fine picking and a singing, boys.
Here's McGee, Mississippi, at Casket Hollow, they call it.
Oh, now see, this sounds like a fantastic ghost story. It's Casket Hollow.
Let's see why it's called Casket Hollow in McGee, Mississippi. This is said to be a place that has been rumored. See, when it starts out like that, it's too deep.
Yeah.
Said to be a place that's rumored. This is said to be a place that has been rumored to have had caskets floating down the road on Halloween night.
Down the road.
Yeah.
Just floating.
You can often feel a presence watching you from the woods. On this road, there was a house that was said to drip blood when it rained. The house has long since been torn down in McGee, Mississippi.
Mr. McGee, Mississippi.
How about...
I got to tell you,
Yeah.
I'm a little disappointed.
You're not liking Mississippi?
No.
You want a long one?
Okay.
In Oxford.
Don't you use your old pickup lines on me.
In Oxford, Mississippi. At the St. Anthony Hall Fraternity House. Oh, good old frat house story.
Oh, these are the best.
Yeah. In the mid-1900s, does that mean from 1900 to 1910 or like 1950? What does that mean when they say
Mid-1900s would be from 1900 to 19... It would be around 1950.
Not from 1900 to 1910? Either way. Visualize what you want.
Well, the 1900s were 1900 to 1989.
Right. Or
so,
99, right?
Or 99. Thank you. No, it stopped.
I just stopped right there. In the mid-1900s, a member of St. Anthony Hall in Mississippi was killed in a car accident. Now, since his death, members of the frat house have reported many strange instances. In his former room, which is called the Sigma Room, TVs have been reported turning on and off, unexplained noises coming from the walls and circling the room.
In a frat house?
In a frat house.
And this is all supposed to be...
Hey, not just that. On occasion,
strange phenomenon.
Around 1 a.m., he's been seen in the frat house in the frat library. Didn't know fraternities had a library, to be honest.
No one ever goes in there.
Strange footsteps and noises have been reported from employees keeping the house during the unoccupied summer months in Oxford, Mississippi, St. Anthony Hall frat house. Not feeling that one?
That's a mighty fine picking and a singing.
Here we go. I've got one for you.
Okay.
Pascagoula,
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
The Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
What is that?
The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula.
Really?
You don't know this song?
I've never heard that in my life.
It's Ray Stevens.
This is in the Singing River in Pascagoula. The Pascagoula River at I-10 in Pascagoula was the site of the drowning of the Pascagoula Indians. The Biloxi Indians and the Pascagoula Indians were to have a battle, so the story says. But
First of all, they weren't Indians.
Right. This is what my reporters report back. But the Biloxi Native Americans were much stronger.
Very good.
In order to save themselves from defeat and disgrace, the Pascagoula Native Americans chose to walk into the river singing and chanting and then drown themselves. At night, you can hear them singing, and that is why it is called the Singing River in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
What were they singing? Dancing on the ceiling. Because they're drowning, see?
Last but not least, in Van Cleve, Mississippi.
I will say,
yeah,
of all the Adams Ghosts that we've done over the last 3 years, Mississippi has the best town names.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Pascagoula, Van Cleve, Schlamalnam. I forgot the other one.
I think South Carolina had the worst.
Probably so. It was
they were all
white.
just color-based, yeah.
White Hollow.
Oh, down
White
here
Road.
in Black Road. Booger Jam.
Booger Jam. In Van Cleve, Mississippi, at Johns Bayou Road. In the past 5 years, there have been 3 similar car accidents with survivors claiming the exact same thing. In the reports, the drivers have said they were driving alone at night and noticed what seemed like blood on the road. Being curious, they stop and see what it is. After they would get back in their vehicles, before they can even start their car headlights up, just come from nowhere. What?
Clearly written from someone from Mississippi. I'm joking. I love Mississippi.
No punctuation. I'm going to read this as if there were punctuation to it. After they would get back in their vehicles, before they can even start their car, headlights just came from nowhere.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. And a dark-colored van would crash into their vehicle.
So they're jumping from first person to
Pretty
third
much,
person.
yeah. And no
Oh,
commas.
no. Present tense to past tense.
And no comma whatsoever. And that exact location, at the four-way crossing of Johns Bayou and Mount Pleasant, there have been 5 car wrecks. 3 have survived and 2 ended with a fatality. But the 3 that did survive all reported the exact same story of the crashing dark-colored van that crashed in their vehicle. All 5 vehicles were found with a black paint from the vehicle that crashed into them. So they would drive along late at night by themselves, see blood on the road, get out to see what the deal is. Not sure why you would do that. As you get back in your car, as soon as you start your car up, a dark-colored van hits you. Some people die,
What's
some
that
live.
sound again? It's like a Scud missile on the Gulf War.
I imagine that's what. Can you imagine the fear?
No, it's Roadrunner.
Oh yeah. Beep beep chaping. Imagine the fear. You were by yourself in Van Cleve, Mississippi, seeing blood on the road. You get out, it's dark, and you hear the crickets outside.
First
you get
of
back
all-
in your car, and then bam, brown-colored van.
First of all,
Yeah.
how do you know it looks like blood in the road in the dark?
I don't know. A red puddle. I'm colorblind, but I can imagine you see something.
Isn't it just
right?
going to look wet?
Would it? I don't know. I don't know how colors work. Is that what it? I don't know. The story fooled me.
I don't know about this in the brown van.
That's a scary one.
When they wrecked, the same song was also playing on the radio.
Yeah. I think that's all we have for Mississippi. That's a good way to end that. The dark colored van. That's scary.
We should do sound effects.
This
is the business we should start.
We've been doing it. I've been doing it the whole time. I've been doing sound effects. Updates are fun though.
Oh, that was some. Oh, do you have an update on that one?
Not on that one. No, I can make my own up. But
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
update. It was a red van. Not really. I'm joking. Scud missile.
It's like a bottle rocket that's not taking off right.
It's a moon whistler. That's good.
Well, Tuesday,
Yeah.
if it makes it out this week, we should have a fantastic show.
We should. Should we even explain what's going to happen? Who we have on?
We already know.
That's true.
We actually already spoke to him.
Yes, we did.
So we're going to have a special guest on.
Yeah, Mr. Bear Elliott calling in, a paranormal investigator, knows a lot about the whole field. I mean, anything you want to know, I think we asked a good variety of questions, and he knew it.
He has hauntings from Disney.
Great stories.
He's got crazy bathroom ghosts, some little kid ghosts.
Yeah.
Personal paranormal experiences. It's a fantastic interview.
Yeah. And you, let's say you lean more on the side of a skeptic, but even then you were kind of leaning the other way for that conversation.
Well, I mean, not
that you don't believe, but you have to be. And he says in the interview, you'll be the perfect paranormal investigator because you don't go in with every bump in the night thinking, "Oh, that's a ghost. Oh, the cat, that's a ghost."
Yeah, exactly.
You as a skeptic, I mean, that's could be taken as a negative term, but it is a positive term in that realm.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to attribute everything to the paranormal.
Right.
I'm like Fox Mulder.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm more like Scully.
Are you?
Well, Fox wants to believe.
Okay.
I want to believe.
Yeah. She doesn't?
Well, she's the skeptic.
Okay.
Did you never watch the X-Files?
I need to watch the show. Hey, man, when it came on, I know it's Netflixable. But when it first came on, I was like 5 years old.
I wanted to watch it, but then a guy came by in a brown van. He was listening to Lionel Richie. Heading to Pascagoula, Mississippi. That might be my favorite town name ever.
Pascagoula?
Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you love to say, "Hey, Adam, where are you from?" Pascagoula.
I don't know. It's
Mississippi? Is there another?
I don't know if I could write that many letters. A lot of syllables, a lot of letters.
I cannot believe you never heard the Mississippi Squirrel Revival.
No. I don't think many people have.
The Ray Stevens song. But you love Ray Stevens.
I do.
We've talked about this.
I love Ray Stevens. I think that's maybe like a deep cut of Ray Stevens.
I don't think so.
It's a B-side.
The day the squirrel went
Nope. I think you're making it.
You think I'm making it up?
The day the squirrel went berserk in the first self-righteous church in a sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah.
Ray Stevens is the, I guess, the southern version of a Weird Al, if you could say.
Yeah. What? Yeah. No.
Yeah, well, maybe you could say it's Cletus C. Judd, but imagine Cletus C. Judd actually funny. That's Ray Stevens.
That's true.
And less parody. He had some parodies, but not as...
Cletus C. Judd. There's a good mid-'90s reference. There's a nice mid-1900s reference.
Yeah, it's true. I didn't go Pinkerton and Bowden. I didn't go that far back.
That's true.
Yeah.
So Tuesday,
Right.
more creepy stuff.
Uh-huh.
If the Tuesday show makes it out this time.
Right. And if you're so intrigued after you hear the Bear Elliott interview and you want to get kind of delve into the realm of paranormal investigation, I just found a fantastic website from my database of my ghost stories.
Is this where you get all your ghost stories?
No, this is not where, but this was a link from where I get my ghost stories, theghosthunterstore.com. I'm on it right now. They have a lot of fantastic tools for investigating paranormal things.
Do they have one of those Ghostbusters ecto packs?
Like a proton pack?
Proton pack.
Wow.
I'm a huge fan.
You're going to have some hate mail. You know that, right?
Do they have an ecto one?
I don't know.
Do they have any ecto cooler?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's too bad.
I believe not. But they have some good stuff, though.
I'm telling you right now, if we open a paranormal store,
Yeah.
we're selling ecto coolers.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. The high C, and we're just going to grab igloo coolers.
Oh,
and call them.
yeah. Some of the stuff is expensive, man. A thermal imager, $359.
But think of the fun you could have with that.
That's true.
You know what I want so bad?
What's that?
A drone.
Yeah.
But then I would probably get in trouble.
You would.
Yeah.
You would.
Get that drone off my lawn. Hey, so yeah, we got the Tuesday show coming out once again.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, Monday, our Halloween special drops.
Right.
It's not coming out on Halloween because we want you to listen to it to get ready for Halloween.
I want you to soak it up.
So if you love Adam's Ghost.
It's a 2-week marinade.
Do you remember last year we did the Creepy Sounds episode?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that one freaked me out.
Some of that's in there.
That's scary, man.
When we first started podcasting, one of our very early episodes, a couple of our very early episodes.
I'm worried to hear that stuff, to go back and hear those.
Yeah. And we have Josh making an appearance, telling a ghost story.
Right.
Me and Brooke actually going ghost hunting.
Uh-huh.
So it's the Halloween special.
Nice.
It's the Halloween Spooktacular 2016.
Yeah.
It will drop Monday.
What is it about?
Following this Friday.
Before the show wraps, really quickly, what is it about this time of year we love so much? What is it?
I don't know, but always have. Always have.
Yeah, like all my close friends and people I know love Halloween dearest of all.
It is my favorite time of the year.
I don't know why. I can't explain it.
It's sad to me. It's bittersweet.
Why is
because
that?
it is my favorite time of the year,
Yeah.
but I hate what we're going into.
The cold?
The cold.
And it's Tennessee cold, man. It's not real cold.
Yeah. And look at you. When it starts getting really bad at the end of December,
Yeah.
you're going to be in sunny Hawaii.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
You're spending Christmas in Hawaii.
I am.
I'm spending New Year's at Disney World.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
Some traveling boys,
I
aren't
know we are. We should connect at some
And the
point.
week before,
in the airport.
the weekend before I'm in Hawaii, I'm in Old Mississippi.
Yes, you are. Oh yeah,
Traveling the States.
that's gonna be fun. We're
Yeah.
gonna go. We won't be ghost hunting in Mississippi.
Pascagoula?
We're going to Pascagoula.
I want to go to Van Buren. Where was it? Van Helsing? What was it?
Yeah, it was Van Helsing, Mississippi.
That place with the blood on the ground. I want to see that town.
And just do that. You wouldn't do that though.
In Van Cleve, Mississippi.
Van Cleve. You don't want to go.
If I saw that, I would not get out of the car. What's this?
Well, you wouldn't see it. That's the whole problem with the story. It's based on an impossible premise.
Don't be skeptical of this.
Is that blood in the road?
On John's Bayou Road in Van Cleve. If you're from Mississippi, let me know.
Let's just say there's enough blood in the road to be noticeable.
Okay.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
You're not stopping.
Right.
You're just going to keep on going.
Just puddle through it.
Yeah. Unless you see some sort of wreck or
Yeah.
corpse, You're not stopping. You're going to keep on going. What?
I just saw another ghost story from Mississippi.
Do you want to do it right quick?
We'll save it for later.
Is that bad?
That's pretty terrible. You know what? In Jackson, Mississippi.
Here we go.
The Chastain Middle School. Last one. One day a young boy was skipping school and decided to leave out of the top of the auditorium where a hole was.
What?
But there was also a big fan there. Reportedly, the little boy got chopped to pieces, and if you walk down a certain hall in the school, he will chase after you. In Jackson, Mississippi, at the Chastain Middle School.
What a feeling! We're dancing in the ceiling fan. Check us out online, adamandjp.com.
On Instagram and Twitter at adamandjp and facebook.com/adamandjp.
And don't forget to call us.
Yeah, do it.
Call us now.
That number again.
615-538-5770.
There we go.
615-538-5770.
Bear called us, and he's on the show next week.
You could do the same thing.
See the magic that can happen?
It can happen.
Mm-hmm.
Bear knows my personal phone number
He
now.
does.
Well, I really didn't think that through. So go find us on Twitter, Facebook. I'm Jay Patrick. That's Adam.
This is the Adam and JP Show.
Face Stealer.
This has been a production of the Adam and JP family of on-demand talk radio.
AdamandJP.com.
Right now.
This has been a broadcast of the ESO Network, your station for all things geek, classic, current, and beyond. Be part of the crew at ESONetwork.com.